to the channel. We made it to our way, all the way down to Ottawa Dragway today. We are here. It is Friday night. We are testing because tomorrow they are doing heads up index shootout 530, 580, 650, and 750 race. So we're down here Friday night. They got testing tune. We're gonna go and do a couple passes to see if this thing will run a 580. The air is probably 2,000 feet better than the last time we were out. So the tune-up in the truck right now is probably gonna run too fast, but I'm not gonna change the tune-up at all. We're gonna run it, see how it is. Same tires as last time we were out, and I think we might loosen the front suspension a click or two because we ended up taking the battery out of the back and trade it with a lithium battery, which is probably 30 pounds lighter than that is. So we're gonna use the separation to counteract the weight loss in the rear. And if not, we got plenty of weights we're gonna add to the rear too. But we're gonna figure out if this truck will go down and watch a couple cars go down, and no one made it past the 60 foot. So hoping that we can go out there and show everybody how it's done on a no prep. So yeah, we're excited. We're gonna be doing some burnouts here soon and be making licks and hopefully running 580 000s, so with a good reaction time. I sleep at the light, so hopefully we can do something about that as well.
Alright fans, get ready for this one from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Welcome to 2001 S10 pickup driven by Logan Time.
As you guys seen, it was just a little spicy and I bumped in too shallow, resulting in a red light. So when I let off the trans brake, the truck actually backed up out of the beams again, caused me a red light. So we didn't really get a good time. It is what it is, and it started to spin at 60 foot, right about that 60 foot thing. I just don't think the truck is all there. Everybody that's pretty much here is spinning right off the hole, and I made it to the 60 foot. So we tamed the leave down a little bit. We took 50 RPM out of launch, took a half a pound boost out of the launch, and we're hoping that maybe we can make a full pass today. But the tune-up was there, probably to run probably like a 572-ish. But yeah, it is one thing, but we'll figure it out sooner or later. We're here, and I guess if not, tomorrow hopefully they have the track prepped a little bit better and we can make it down. But I think the tune-up was there enough to run a 570 something, so. pass number 2 wasn't so bad. So we ended up pretty much leaving the tune-up the same. But like I said, we took 50 RPM out of it, half pound of boost out of the leaf, and then I ended up just a little more timing retard, right about the 1.3 to the 1.6 in the run, and it got past the bad spot and it went down. Bad thing about it is it did a 565 at 125, and I'll tell you, for 580 racing, that's a loss. So this pass, we ended up leaving the timing retard, everything the same, but we took 4 pounds of boost out of the whole curve, and we're hoping this will be right about 580, if not just a little bit slower, then we can just trickle some in tomorrow. So we actually do get a pass tomorrow for time trials, at least 1. They said 1 for sure. So hopefully we can maybe get 2 in tomorrow. But yeah, we are definitely on the ball today. So I think there's probably been only 2, maybe 3 cars that have made it down the track today, and I've been one of them, so that's not a bad deal, and we don't completely suck. But yeah, we're letting the thing cool down. We're gonna let it cool down for a couple more minutes. We're gonna go up for another pass. I'm not sure when they kind of close down. I don't know if they close at 10 or 11, but it's almost 10 o'clock now. But if we can get one more pass, maybe even another after this one, so we can do 4 passes tonight, that would be great. But we'll see how long they want to stay open. They already closed the concession stands, so we're just gonna chill out and hang out for a little bit, and hopefully this thing will do a 580 something on this next pass. Gotta change the hair because I'm adding some things into the video today. Well, that last pass was a pass that we turned down just a tad bit, and what it ended up doing was a 574 at like 123 mile an hour, almost 124 mile an hour. The pass was clean and straight and smooth. Very little tire wrinkle, very little suspension unhappiness. So we were really happy with that, and the air was pretty good. If I recall, the air was like right at like 26 to 2,800 feet. So the air was pretty good for our area, and we figured that going into tomorrow, the air would not be as good. So this tune-up would probably slow down half of a tenth, maybe a full tenth. So we were pretty happy with the tune-up and what the truck did. So we ended up calling it a night, going through everything. We had an opportunity to do a 4th pass, but we were running a little bit low on ice. So we decided to just call it a night and just hang out for the rest of the night. We did bring the beds and everything like that, so we camped out into the trailer, and next clips you see will be getting ready for Saturday's 580 race.
All right, Marks, get set, go! Cheaters!
Oh yeah. Should get the draggy out. Get the golf cart. Funny hop.
This is a nice track.
I love this track. They just called us up, so we are getting ready to get the truck all iced down, tires aired up, and go up and make our time trial. So our last pass ran just a tad bit faster than 580, but we're hoping that we can have the air be in our favor and slow us down a tad bit. But the tune-up is staying the same, and hopefully we can run a little bit slower. But the track being prepped today is probably gonna go faster, so we'll probably have to turn the truck down even more. But we'll figure it out when we get there. But yep, we're getting this thing ready to go, and we'll be making our first time trial. I think we're only getting one today, but yeah, we're gonna head up there and do our time trial. Our time trial pass, they actually ended up running time trials for like 2 hours or something like that. So a lot of those guys went up there, you know, 3-4 times, you know, and did time trial passes. A couple of guys I knew were racing the class. They were right pretty much on the money, maybe just a tad faster, maybe a tad slow and stuff, but a couple of those guys were right on that 580. And I was looking at the tune-up and stuff. Our pass ended up doing like a 583, and with us being a little limited on ice, we decided to not do another time trial. We just said we'll just add a pound of boost into it and kind of come up with a strategy on if we were out in front of our opponent on what we were going to do. And so yeah, we just went 583. I think it was like 122 mile an hour or something like that. So we were pretty close, but not right on the number like we should have been. But it kind of was nice just to kind of see what the competition was doing as well. So a couple of those guys, like I said, were on the number. A couple of guys were guessing as well. So we didn't do any more time trials. So in the next clips, we are heading up for our first round pairing, and we get this beautiful nitrous G8 for our first round pairing.
In the Chevy mode.
we got out of the hole just a little bit harder than a G8. I believe they spun on the line. So, like you guys all seen Friday night, we were all running the right lane. And no one was going down the left lane. Well, Saturday, my time trial passed just before this race. I was in the left lane. The left lane had a lot of wheel speed into it because it just didn't have the travel the right lane did. So I was kind of hoping that I was going to get the right lane. I did, luckily. And as the left lane was not as good. Like, I want to say there was probably like 0.3 of a difference in between the lanes. It was insane. I think it was a little bit unfair that they only ran the right lane Friday night and not the left lane, you know, as the lanes were not even Saturday. But yep, we 60-footed a little bit harder. We got out on them. I believe they did spin. I can't confirm, but I think they did spin. So when I seen in my mirror that I had enough of a gap between them and me, I ended up letting off just to be careful. I didn't break out, and we ended up running like a 6:39 at 77 mile an hour. So that was our first round win. They were allowing buybacks, so after first round buybacks. So going back into the pits, I didn't know what was going to happen, who we were going to race next, but we ended up drawing our friend Tim with his blue Mustang. Tim was doing time trials, and he was pretty much on the number in his time trials. We both knew we had a little bit of speed, could go faster than the ET, and this is how that race played out.
Did you?
Yeah,
Dude, you went 580 flat.
I dumped them. That race was super, super close. What Stuart and I kind of figured out is that we probably were holding maybe a 10th in ET on the tune-up. So we were thinking that maybe we could run like, well, maybe not even a 10th, maybe a half of a 10th. So we were thinking that the tune-up in the truck probably could ran 575 to 576. And we were going into that race going, hey, he was running 580s earlier today, and he was running also 578s in there. So we are both, you know, holding, I would say, ET in our pocket. And we knew he would out 60-foot him. His car, like 60 foots every time. S10, like 135, 143s every time. So we knew that I kind of had to beat him on the tree and hold it all the way. So I kind of did my burnout, and I'm sitting in the staging lanes, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to hold this thing completely wide open and run this thing for all it has for the whole time. I took off, and I treed him. I believe I'm looking at it right here. I did 0.1069 reaction time to his 0.1291. So I barely beat him off the tree, but I won 400 60 footed and he won 25 60 footed. So that's when you seen him jump out on me and get in front of me. He 330'd a 366 and I 330'd a 378. But then I could kind of tell he was letting off a little bit, and like when he jumped out past me, he probably put a car on me, you know. It was insane. So I was like holding it, and then I could see him kind of slow up a little bit, and then right at the finish line, I jabbed the brakes. Like, I was past the mile-an-hour cone already, and I jabbed the brakes. And I ended up running a 5.8012 to his 5.7894. So he broke out automatically. But the win margin through the stripe was a 0.0104. So, like, take one of these chin hairs here. That's how much I beat him through the stripe from. And as you guys could see in that little bit of slow-mo there, it was insane of a race. So that's my buddy Tim, really good guy. He owns a shop down there in Blair, Nebraska. And yeah, it was a crazy race. Here's the time slip. I'll post it right up here for you guys. And yeah, so here we are. We're going into the finals with another guy that I've raced before. I've known him for an extremely long time. I ended up racing him already in the finals at a race like 8 years ago when I beat Beater Bomb. So I was kind of nervous because he knows how to drive, he knows how to drag race, and he's good at what he does. So I was really nervous going on the finals with him, but you never know. It can happen, crazy things, but here is our final race for the 580 class. Like you guys just seen, we won. It was freaking insane. So Chuck is the guy I raced in the finals. He's a really well-known drag racer in our area, and he's been drag racing for a really, really long time. He's really good at drag racing. He was out testing Friday night with us as well. That's the same night in this video. He was also testing his car. But they had a 530 index going on. And I think he was more of testing for that one. And on Friday night testing, it was showing reaction times, and I think he was like point oh something every pass. Every lick he did, he was point oh something in reaction times. And it was crazy because I knew, and Chuck and I talked before we actually raced, and Chuck literally come up to me and said, if you want to beat me, gonna have to tree me. So it was one of those things where like I was like looking at Brooke and Stuart, and I'm like, this tune-up, I don't care what it runs. I know Chuck's car will do 5.0s, and I know he's just letting off the gas. Like he's treeing everybody, he's getting out on everybody, and then coasting through the finish line. So I was like, if I'm gonna lose this round, it's either gonna be because I red light, because I'm gonna guess on the tree, or it's gonna be because we're side by side and I run it through the traps and not let off and I break out. So I was like, there's two things gonna happen. I'm gonna lose because I red light, or I'm gonna lose because I break out. There was not really any hope for me of winning. So I went up there, we got lane choice, I chose the right lane. Like I said in a video earlier, I believe the right lane was the better lane. And as you guys could see in that last race, Chuck spun the whole entire time. From the starting line to the finish line, Chuck was kissing elbows and having a hard time keeping the tire under that car. And we got the win that way. I feel definitely if I didn't tree Chuck, and I'll post the time slip right here. I think, let me look it up here. I think Chuck had like a 0.06 reaction time, and I believe mine was, we're right here. I was, nope, that's the wrong one. So I had a 0.0581 reaction time. That's probably my best reaction time of the season so far. And then he did a 0.0630. So I literally got a chin hair of a head start on him. But he 60-footed a little slower than us, and he 330'd a little slower than us. Of course, 1/8 miles slower than us. But he was literally spinning the whole entire time. So for his car to be 400ths slower than me in the 330 spinning, that's insane. Like my truck was hooked up that whole time, and he's over here spinning, and he's 400 slower in a 330 than my truck is. So yeah, that car he has now, I believe it's a Malibu, really, really nice build car. It's not pretty, it's a race car, but it's got a really good motor in it and everything like that, nitrous fed. But yeah, that win margin was 0.1056, so another close win for me on that one. But look at that, we are in the winner's circle. First race that we were in this season, it was this race, and we parked it in the winner's circle. Wasn't much of a turnout. There was another track doing an event as well that was close to us, and there was rain in the forecast. So I believe with those two things going on, the car count was low because of it. And yeah, what can you say? We parked the thing in the winner's circle, and I couldn't be any happier. Stuart, Brooke, London, I couldn't have done it without them. Really, I was just looking at the laptop like a hillbilly that I am, and strapping into the driver's seat. Pretty much those guys did everything else, from tire pressures, checking fluid, cooling the truck down, filling up the ice, all that stuff. That was them. So I just sat in the driver's seat, steered the thing, let go of the button, and I guess when my team does what they do and I somewhat figure out what I need to do, we parked the thing in the winner's circle. So couldn't ask for anything better. But yeah, I thank you guys for watching, and I couldn't have done this without my sponsors. I have a lot of good companies standing behind me. We all talk regularly, pinpointing ideas, seeing where we can pick up ET, and I'll tell you what, we're starting to figure out this suspension. We have parts coming and the truck's just going to get better and better. But yeah, before you guys leave, make sure you guys go to MrEasyS10.com. Go pick up your merch right here. Go pick it up because we're going to Ice Cream Cruise in 2 weeks. So if you guys are going to be at Ice Cream Cruise, make sure you guys stop by the booth, pick up some merch, because we're probably going to sell out. So we'll be in the pits Friday night because we'll be testing Friday night. We have our booth set up in the car show Saturday of Ice Cream Cruise. Then we are racing Saturday night at Ice Cream Cruise, and then we're racing Sunday as well. So find us in the pits or on the track in our booth Saturday during the show, or in the pits on Sunday. So we'll have merch open, selling merch all day long, all 3 days. And also we have Hot Wheels for sale. So if you guys are Hot Wheels enthusiasts and you want some Hot Wheels, we have Hot Wheels. We have a huge, ginormous tote full of unopened Hot Wheels. We're hoping to see you guys. Come say hi to us. We'll be in the booth. Hazel will be there. She will be doing the cute puppy contest and hanging out with us at the track on Saturday. So yeah, I hope to see you guys there, and I thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to give this video a like, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe, because it all helps. And until next time, guys, we'll see you later.